kunamka hata sijalala because I was thinking about you. Everything we've been through, the day I said I loved you, I meant it, I really did. Did you too? Sasa sote twalia, kila siku ni vita. Baby, can we please change this? No. Sasa sote twalia, kila siku ni vita. Baby, can we change? 'Cause I miss having love, and I miss having us, and I miss having all of you. Can we just play reverse, then we forget the past? 'Cause you know we're the perfect two. Kichwa chani wanga, naomba Maulana, taking me the strength to live without you. 'Cause if you really love me too, you would find a way to prove to me, but you didn't. But I miss having love, and I miss having us. Oh, I miss having all of you. Can we just play reverse, then we forget the past? 'Cause you know we're the perfect two. I remember that night when you let her lay where I lie. Aki walai, walai. I remember that night when you let her lay where I lie. 24th of July. I am hella excited. I'm so excited, but again, I'm scared because no one ever wants to be that newcomer, honestly. No one ever wants to be that newcomer. And I was moving into Kenya at a weird time. It was in the middle of Form 2. It wasn't like at the start of Form 2, you know. It was like, I think, second term. So I was moving in at a time where they are not receiving many new people, but I wasn't alone at least. But I was scared because of the people I was gonna meet. Unajua elite unapatana tu na wase normal. Wase wa Kenya. Huko Kenya unapatana na watu wako na accents, wako na standards zingine hapo. I'm just like, "Upe." So I remember telling my mom, will I be able to fit in this school, honestly? Because mimi nimetoka Gumba, mimi nimetoka I'm not a cool kid. I'm not like that. Me, I'm just a simple girl from, you know, the suburbs. So I was scared, but I was excited. Honestly, I was just happy I'm out of elite. I was so happy. In Kenya, you take 3 years to finish. But me, I came in grade 10, so I just took 2. Because I was grade 9, the Form 1 in elite. So I just took 2 years. I spent 2 years in Kenya, 2 years in elite. Sasa ndio nimerudi sasa tena, nilikuwa nimechukua ka break huko elite. Sasa nimerudi full force. Man. Yeah, so I'm still doing the music. I used to sing during Sunday service. I used to sing in the dorm. So I used to write songs and then I sing to people. Paka zinakuwa hits sasa kwa dorm. Unaget. Like you write songs and they're hits in the school area. It was dope. I went for some. We got to, I think, regionals or something. Yeah. But we didn't do much. Lukenya never used to participate as much in those, but they do a lot of in-house things. Like we used to do a lot of in-house events, and they were really nice. Music ilikuwa classical. So no, I didn't take music. I just used to I used to put it in the extracurricular criteria. I was in Daystar at the river when I performed that. So I had joined Sauti, and then when I joined Sauti, that's when I became a bit more confident. And then I got now the 15-second fame performance at Kuruga. So when I performed my songs at Kuruga, and seeing people's reception to someone they've never seen, I was like, what? I'm doing this thing for life, man. That's when I began. Yeah, that day when I performed at Kuruga. And then I was doing school. I was doing school in Sauti. School is in Athi River. My dad is paying. Later on, when I finished my last days, when I went to the Nairobi one, that's when I was doing the music. So I had to do that because of gigs and everything. But me getting started, I started in Sauti. So my father was paying 300k wapi Sauti, tena pesa ingine nyingi, Daystar. He's like, hey, one had to nini, yeah. Plus, honestly, Mutaka was telling me, was it Mutaka? Dilta, it was Dilta. So my friend Dilta was also there with me. And I remember he was telling me this just the other day. Brandy, I remember when we were in class and you were telling me to say searching and say, dear James. Honestly, but speaking, Sauti helped me a lot with confidence and just the beginning steps of my career. But ilifika point, I'm just like, I felt like I wasn't doing what I want to do. I felt like I wasn't doing what I want to do. So I just told my dad, you know what, I want to continue. Let me just focus on the school. Plus he was like, hey, this is so much work for you. You check at the river, you go to Ngong Road, you go back. My folks had no problem, but if it affects the school in a way that they feel like inatoa seriousness for school, then now say something. But they wouldn't say it to disappoint me from doing it. They'd be like, hey, hapa tunaona, let's focus on the school a bit more, and then we can continue this any other time. It helped me with the confidence, because now before I was just singing in my room and to my friends and family. So now you're brought to a space where you're told, sing in front of 15 people that you don't know, and then they're gonna criticize what you just sang. So that helps you become more confident and intentional. Now I used to go home and I'm actually thinking of how I'll sing this note, how I'll do it. So it helped me, so also in learning how to play guitar, because at that point you really needed an instrumentalist. And if you don't have an instrumentalist, then you are the instrumentalist. So you have to know how to play. So I had to learn how to know how to play at some point. So. Performing skills, that's where I learned performing more from. Yeah, and breathing skills. Yeah, because I didn't get to the songwriting course, so I can't say songwriting, that's just me. Yeah, so just the breathing, the confidence, and the performing. And event skills and planning your own event, because you had to plan your own gig.
You got to do that.
I was in the process of doing that, and then I dropped out, but I still continued with it because I had already learned some things. Because we did an event with Modaka. The very first song. Wow. The very first song must have been in church. I was waiting for my choir teacher to come, and I was just like, let me write a song, because I wanted to perform alone. So I was like, say I do my own song and then she let me perform alone. I wrote it. It was so funny. Yuck. So amateur. Mimi napenda God. Mimi nimelelewa church man. Tangu way back, I was singing worship team for a long time. My parents had invested in church. Like, I've grown up. My first congregation before Koroga, my first big congregation was church. Like, that was, I used to sing, I used to perform solos alone. So church is my everything, honestly. It's helped me know how to express myself in a way that will help someone else also express themselves or understand what they're feeling. I feel like the expression of my music has been vitally helped by church, because the songs we used to sing in church, the words, like, they make you feel it's a very pure emotion. So that helped me when I was writing songs. I'd keep it very pure, like, I'm just gonna write what I feel. And it helped me. And it continues to help me. Writing a song for me doesn't have there's this structure I follow every day. It changes. Sometimes I can write a song for me, maybe from what I've just gone through, or maybe what I've heard someone talking about. So it changes. It's not a systematic thing. When you're writing a song, for me, when I'm writing a song, you have the intention. So if I'm writing for someone else, I have some information about what I'm writing, so it becomes easy to write the song. As a songwriter, you just need to know what's the purpose of your song. Are you doing it for commercial, so it has to be easy? The words have to be easily consumable by the audience. Or are you doing a niche song? Then you have to use certain words. So it's all about knowing what's the purpose of your song. Yeah. A good song is a song that people have understood your emotion that you're communicating, or the lyrics you're communicating. Well, speaking from Brandy, and this is something tunafighting producers wengine. Yes, there's there's the verse 1, pre-chorus, chorus, verse 2, bridge. Like, there's a formula. No, for me, I really don't follow it. Honestly, I don't. And I have a problem with that with some producers. They're like, Brandy, so is this a verse or a chorus? I'm like, it's just music. Put it there, So, honestly, for me, I believe that music haifai kuwa na formula, as in emotion. It's an emotion. If I feel like if it feels good and sounds good, then let people hear it. Si lazima nikuwe nimefuata ati this is verse 1, verse 2, verse 3. We even have a mapiano now. What is a mapiano? That song is like 6 minutes. Guys are shouting over here, and then the lyrics, then beats. I feel like as long as the song can communicate a feeling, that's all that matters.
That's all it takes.
Man. And I feel things are changing. People are really breaking rules when it comes to this. Maybe kitambo kulikuwa na a certain way to do this, but as we continue to grow and learn, I feel like people are just being themselves and doing what they wanna do. Honestly, people are just doing what they wanna do. A timeless song. This is a song that even when you're 50 years old, you still remember that feeling you first felt when you heard it. As in icona, a certain feeling that holds on to you for life. These bangers, these one-hit wonders, you will like it the first 2 times you hear it, but 50 years after, you're like, hey, song ilikuwa inabamba, man. There's no feeling behind it, or there's no relatability that connects you to it, So a timeless song is a song that can communicate a lasting emotion for someone. when I decided to take it very seriously, was just finding a producer that I can trust. You know, as an artist, as a songwriter, as a recording artist, you working with one person who understands you is very key, so that you can make sure there's the consistency. Someone who can understand your vocals, aeke presets zako, and as in anajua. So I just can't start and I'm like, okay, let me do this and this. You know, I was trying to figure out, okay, where is my, trying to get your foundation in the industry. So at that point, my biggest issue was finding a producer. So now that I found a producer, now is when I did Amapiano, reggae. You see, that's when you can now branch after you have already established where you can fully express yourself. Then you guys can now explore.
Shout out to your producer.
Shout out to my producers. There are many. My biggest challenge as a female was saying, like being loud and not loud, being assertive and being confident in what I want amongst so many men. You know, when you're coming up and you're new, you're scared, you're very timid, you're like, I don't want to kosea anyone. Nimeanza tu, I don't want to spoil my name, you know. So my biggest challenge was finding my boundaries, just being like, no, when this happens, I'm not doing it. When this happens, so that was one of my very biggest challenge. And then another challenge was putting a price to my work. I used to feel like as a woman, men used to be like, when I want, because there was a time we had a show and the men were being paid more, and I found out and I was like, because I'm a woman, okay, so I have to be like more aggressive and more confident so that, you know, nisibebwe tu hapa, nisipangwe. So those two are my very biggest challenges, but as time goes, you find a way to navigate and adjust to the things you need to to do in this industry. Well, my support team has been made up of my friends, honestly. My friends have come through for me this whole journey till now. If you notice, I'm around the same group of people and we're always doing the same things together because we help each other and we're in the same industry, so that helps a lot. Fantagias, they've really helped me. It's a dance crew. We perform together. They've made choreos for me. Abigail is a dope choreographer. She's the one who does all my dances, Kubali. She also provides me with outfits because she has a company called Abs, so ananipeanga outfits and wellness. So she also helps me with exercising and doing fitness things, especially when I'm about to perform. Support, I also got inspiration from, let me say boost, like just someone making you feel like you can continue. I have to say, Bien has helped me in just the inspiration bit. Yeah, there's a point in time where he really inspired me. I don't think he remembers because he's a superstar. Why would he remember that? but yeah.
Well, he just had a word with you, you saw what he did,
yes.
Like, that's it.
Yeah, he had a word with me. He took me to one of his sessions. I think it was with some other artist. And I was like, what am I doing here? But it was such a big, eye-opening time for me. I remember after that day I went and I was writing songs. He just told me, Brandy, you must make sure you're always doing this thing every day. Spend time writing songs. Yeah, who else? Producers. There's producers who just do things for me for free, honestly. Like Kobe, Request. There's people in the industry who just, even out of the industry. My family, my supporters, they keep voting for me. Guys are so supportive up on Instagram, and I'm very, 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 very grateful. social media is an avenue that everyone should be, not should be on, but it would be good for them to be on. It's helping me because I get to reach to a wide audience. So because we have Twitter. Twitter has something called NFT spaces. You can literally be in a space with a CEO from Canada or with a company that would help you. So social media has helped me a lot. I feel like for me, without social media, just honestly, because I started doing songs on social media, posting things on social media. So social media is very key for me. I'm real on social media, so I don't have to balance. Yeah, I don't have to balance anything. Just me. Block, restrict, mute, all of them. Block. You block it. I don't. If I get those things, I shut it off. I really do. I'm like, we used to say you. My best experience was performing last year in places I never thought I had fans. Honestly, I performed in Kirinyaga and people came out. I was like, what? Naivasha. So performing with a team, with Fantasious now, those are one of my best times ever, just performing. And another best one is shooting my videos with my friends. My honest friends, like they were in my video, and it was amazing. My worst was having to experience a bad, how do I put this? Well, I came across bad promoters, and I remember it was me and my manager and my dancers and my friends, and we were there. And they really treated us badly, especially me, and just us fighting at that together. It was such a low moment for us to have to fight for what we should earn. Like, we had to fight for something that we really worked for. Yeah. So that was a low moment, but looking back, it really made us stronger together. Mimi, I am independent. I'm not signed anywhere. Yeah, I'm independent. I have a team of people who help me with things I need to do, and I feel like no one wants to be signed right now. Well, honestly, I think what I can say about that topic is being signed is generally things that you were struggling to do being made easy for you, like maybe getting studio time, money for video. All these things are hard. It's money. It's just a lot. Someone investing money in you.
Resources that you don't know.
Yeah, that's what it will be easy for you, and that's a good thing. And if it works for people, I'm not discouraging people from being signed. Please be signed. But also, I feel like all these things can also happen if you just have a team of people. Like, there's so many talented people around you. Yeah, just forming a team of people who you guys have the same agenda. Mkuwe na dancers hapo, mkuwe na mtu wa kuedit, mtu wa graphic. Mnaweza fanya kitu vizuri sana. And with the help of social media, I feel like labels but get a team. But I don't mind. I could be signed. Is Don Jazzy looking for it? Hey. Don Jazzy, I am here, I'm ready. When I did Dinji, the Amapiano song, that changed everything for me because it opened my eyes to the possibility of being able to tap into audiences far from Kenya, like beyond Kenya. Because before that, I was just looking into my scope. I'm like, how will I get Kenyans to name me? Which is a good thing. When you're starting out, it's good that people around you get to know who you are. But what Dinji did for me is expose me to, it just opened my eyes to like, this thing is bigger than Kenya brand. I need you to see it bigger than where you're from. You can be heard anywhere. So for my songs to be played in Tanzania, in South Africa, that was a big thing for me. And it opened my eyes. So now when I'm even making music, I'm not only thinking of, oh, Kenyans need to like it more. I'm thinking like, how can I make it reach to other parts? Mm-hmm. So you know, I was doing, before Dinji, I was doing a lot of videos online, my own songs, my original songs I write, I post. So now I used to write songs for people, and I used to tell people, if you want to write a song, let me help you, blah blah blah. So I guess movers saw that, and then I remember I used to go for their dance classes, they used to teach. So they told me, hey, we want to venture into the music, can you do amapiano? I'm like, what the hell is amapiano? I didn't know. Then they told me what it was. So I went home and I just had some amapiano songs. That night, the same night, they gave me a theme. They're like, we want a party theme. Like, just think of a party. So I was like, okay. So me, I just went and I vibed, and I was like, I'm gonna be myself in this thing, honestly. So I think what made it a success is me not overthinking, because I never thought. That song just came, I was just vibing, and I was like,
Did it take weeks or days?
Nah, it took 1 hour. Because I remember the first hour, I had the amapiano songs on YouTube. Then I searched amapiano beats, and then I took the first beat I saw, and then I just started jamming to it, and I was like, and then it was like, wait, that's a nice melody. And yeah, it took actually 1 hour. I sent it to movers. They were like, we like it, and I'm like, are you sure? Because me, I'm like, so it's new for me. So I'm like, hey, okay, what am I singing? Is this even, you know?
Put your hands in the air, put your hands up in the air, put your hands in the air, put your hands in the air. Yo Kunzela, about that villa, put your Dinji, yeah Dinji, danger Dinji. Oh yo Kunzela, about that villa, put your Dinji, yeah Dinji, danger Dinji. Oh yo Kunzela, about that villa, put your Dinji, yeah Dinji, danger Dinji. Oh yo Kunzela, about that villa, put your Dinji, yeah Dinji, danger Dinji. Ah yebo,
na mangite zoko wapize, wako na mangwete zoko wapize, wako Warombosaji ndo kufika de. Put your hands in the air, hata ka unafea, mina juo melemewa, hizi drinks ndo zimetepwa, mavibare tu kwa hewa, mangeos na wamebeba, hibash jo imeweza. Mina crew tunajibamba, na kangeos mina dai namba, nikikawainda dakanyoroshanga, na hiyo beat nimeimada, na hiyo beat nimeimada, si nimeimada.
Kunzela, about that villa, put your Dinji, yeah Dinji, danger Dinji. Oh yo Kunzela, about yeah, dingy, danger, dingy. Oh, yo, Gunzilla, Gunzilla, how about that patavella? Good job, dingy, yeah, dingy, danger, dingy. Oh, yo, Gunzilla, Gunzilla, how about that patavella? Good job, dingy, yeah, dingy, danger, dingy. Ah, yeah, boy.
So I sent that recording to movers, and then for them to hear what I did, because they were waiting. So yeah, they were like, this is nice actually, yeah. And then they put now their verses, and then we went to the studio. This was also the first time for Kobe to do a piano. So I think actually, yeah, I think actually what made this as a success is that it was, you know, when you're given a challenge and you wanna win, because all of us, we were like, this has to work, like, you know, when you're given a challenge and you're really dedicated to making it the best, yeah, so that helped us. So the fact that we didn't overthink and we were ourselves in that song. We weren't thinking, oh, let's make this like the South African people. No, we were just like, let's make it the way as we know how to do it. Yo Kunzela, like you guys, hapo tapata vela, you know that what that means. Kuja, dingy, yeah, dingy. You know when something is dingy, it's like scary. So you're like, come to this party. Honestly, I made up my own language, guys. You guys are singing my language, and I'm grateful. Yeah. Yo Kunzela, hapo tapata vela, kuja dingy. Yeah, dingy, danger, dingy. Oh, yo, Kunzela, hapo tapata vela, kuja dingy. Yeah, dingy, danger, dingy. Akiabo.